Sex in broad daylight at a public park. That's what Tampa Police Chief Jane Castor says cost a 24-year veteran his job with the department. 10 News investigative reporter Mike Deason first broke the story today. He's here now with the details. Mike's juicy stuff here.
I'll tell you, Keith, the accused officer, Scott Guffey, is well known to those of us who've covered Tampa Police for years. He was always accessible to the media, even acted as a part-time public information officer when he was injured and on light duty. But Guffey made a huge mistake and was caught when a citizen saw what the undercover officer was doing and didn't think it was right.
We received information on December 18th that an undercover officer may have been involved in inappropriate activity while on duty. That's
when Internal Affairs began investigating 46-year-old Corporal Scott Guffey. IA officers did an undercover investigation of the undercover supervisor. In the middle of the afternoon, they followed him to Al Lopez Park, which is just north of Raymond James Stadium. Chief Jane Castor says Guffey was not supposed to be there.
No, he was not in his area of responsibility.
And according to the Internal Affairs report, before Guffey came here to Al Lopez Park, he took off his tactical vest and gun so he would look more like an ordinary citizen. Then he placed a sunshade on his windshield as he and the 24-year-old climbed into the back seat to engage in sexual activity, all while he was supposed to be supervising a squad of undercover officers.
No, this had nothing to do with the Tampa Police Department. It was a consenting adult, and their relationship had nothing to do with his employment.
If it wasn't for Scott Guffey, I don't know if I'd have my daughter or my beautiful grandchildren here with me today.
Tammy Duratzak says Guffey was the officer who found her daughter Amanda in 1989 when she was kidnapped at 1 year old by Duratzak's ex-husband. Although Duratzak wants people to know what Guffey did for her family, she also admits if he hadn't resigned as a police officer, she thinks he should have been fired.
Very bad mistake, but it doesn't erase all the good he has done. And I don't condone for a minute what he has done. That should never have been done by any officer.
When Guffey, who is married and is a father, was caught by Internal Affairs, he didn't deny any of the activities took place.
It's against policy, it's unbecoming of an officer, and it's certainly not indicative of the hard work of the men and women of the Tampa Police Department.
Now, the chief says Guffey was surprised when he was caught. He resigned instead of being fired, but in either instance, the corporal, who was making $80,000 a year, would have been able to collect his pension, which will amount to $60,000 a year for the rest of his life. Mel?
Mike, thank you.